Hi, in this video I'm going to share with you the top 3 tips to coordinating your hands. So this is the area that a lot of people struggle with, how to play with both hands, especially when you are a beginner on piano. So here we go, top 3 tips. So tip number 1, probably the most important, is learn each hand separately. It sounds really simple, but lots of people just want to dive in and start playing with both hands. Now, it's information overload for your brain, and you will not learn as quickly if you try to do both hands. So it might seem counterintuitive. Just start, I recommend, the right hand first, then the left hand, and then join them later. So that's tip number 1. Now, tip number 2 is to learn in very small sections. So, for example, if you are learning songs, then usually maximum of 1 line of the lyrics of this song, or even half. So for example, if it's Amazing Grace, then that would be Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound, and that would be it. So that would sound like, and stop there and just repeat and repeat until you can play that without any hesitations. If you find that that is a bit of a struggle, then just break it down to an even smaller section. So, for example, and just stop at that point and just repeat, repeat, repeat. And that will be absorbed by your brain and your muscle memory far quicker than if you try and play the whole thing. So once you can play one section smoothly, then move on to the next section. And then once that's smooth, then join them both together. Okay, so the third tip, I'm firing through these really quickly now, but this is the overview of it. The third tip is play slowly. And again, this sounds so incredibly simple and obvious, but many people just want to rush and don't play as slowly as they need to. So just slow it down to whatever speed you need to do it to start to get it at a constant tempo. So the most important thing is that you keep a constant beat going through it. For example, so if we take it really slow, like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's far better to play it at that speed than it is to speed it up, but then have gaps like. That's not as musical. Once you've got it smooth slowly, then you can start to actually speed it up. Okay, so with those 3 principles, each hand on its own, small sections at a time, and slowly first before you speed it up, you can apply that to any style of music. Okay, so once you've done that with the right hand, then you just repeat the exact same things with the left hand, and then you join them both together, and again you apply the same 3 things. So once you've got the left hand, so say we're playing in the chords style, so the left hand might be that. Okay, so once you've got that smooth, then you join them, and again you just do a small section. And stop there and repeat, repeat, repeat. Okay, so there's far more details on the full 7-step process in the beginner's guide, which you can get free at the DecPlay.com website. Now, some other tips. Now, if you are playing songs as opposed to, say, playing classical music, then there's another couple of, well, I think, a killer tips here. So the first tip is to play by patterns basis rather than traditional notation. So if you're playing songs, much easier to use patterns such as chords. So have it written down as chords. Again, I've got separate videos on this, but that's much easier than actually reading the bass, clef, and individual separate notes. The second killer tip is much faster to learn by playing the accompaniment in your left hand and the melody in the right hand. So just the melody on its own, that is the part a person would sing, and the accompaniment in the left hand. So that sounds like. And then if you want to break up the chords in like an arpeggio, it's exact same notes. So that can sound quite nice, but it's incredibly simple. I would leave later then the other patterns, which I call pro play style, which is the same notes but using different hand patterns. I would leave that until a later stage. That sounds like. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it's been useful for you. If you want to receive more videos like this, please press the subscribe button and the bell icon. And you can get a free beginner's piano guide with extra information for learning later in life at DecPlay.com.